Okay, well, I thought my old background was kind of boring because it was just me sitting in my dorm, and this is still me sitting in my dorm, but it's on my bed this time, and there's just more stuff going on back here, which I feel is a little bit more my personality. I'm not really white walls with one Avengers poster in the background, although I really like that poster and I kind of want to move it so I can like see it on a more regular basis. I need to stop moving. That moves the camera around. It's sitting on my bed. Anyways, today's topic is the fact that I wore this shirt to pass a trig test, which doesn't make sense unless you're like thinking, oh, that must be your lucky shirt, which it's not. Actually, now that I think about it, some like not great stuff has happened in this shirt. Some great stuff has happened, but some not great stuff too, so I don't think it's really a lucky shirt. I think it's like an average shirt at that point. But so I have this major trig test coming up. It's like the last one because it's this online trig course, and you only have 2 tests for like the entire semester, and you know, you can take them whenever, but me being me, I had to wait till the last week to certify like my last 2 chapters of whatever, so I only had this week to pass this test, which this is a really tough test. You can take it as many times as you want until the deadline. You just have to get a 70%. It's good, which doesn't sound that hard in theory, and then you factor in like the fact that while they give you a formula sheet, there's like a good half of it that's not on there, and like when it comes to trig in general, you just have to memorize a bunch of random shit involving pi and graphs and stuff like that, and I can memorize things like definitions and words and stuff not related to math, but when it comes down to math, like I am not great at anything at all, period. So I just had a week to do this, and it's Friday now, obviously, but Thursday I took it 4 times. I spent about, I want to say like 5 or 6 hours in the computer lab where you have to take it. The day before I spent like 3 hours in there just on one test. Like I didn't even take multiple times, just one time. And today I'm going to go in there for probably another 2 or maybe even 3 hours and take it at least one more time. Try for 2. But anyways, that brings me to the shirt. You have the option, if you've been putting in regular work in the class, to approach the professor and ask for an extension of the test deadline if you've taken it multiple times and you've been like, you've gone to tutoring and you've obviously done work and stuff. And for the most part I have, like I've gone to all the optional lectures, I've gone to tutoring once or twice, you know, I've done most of my lessons except for the fact that I had 2 that I didn't do until this week, the week of the deadline, so that wasn't in my favor. So just in case, I wanted to present myself really, really well to this professor. He's a really laid-back guy, but just in case. And one of my friends actually works in the math department and said he really likes Spider-Man. He's got Spider-Man like shirts and stuff and lots of things involving Spider-Man. And I was like, well, that's great. I don't have any Spider-Man stuff, but I do have an Avengers t-shirt. And Avengers aren't quite Spider-Man, but as I put it to my friend, Spider-Man and the Avengers join up together in some cartoon or comic book or something, so they're practically the same. They're superheroes. They're Marvel superheroes. I thought it was worth a shot. He didn't say anything, though I did take off my hoodie to clearly display this shirt before I went into his office. So I don't know if that worked in my favor. He was just really cool about it. So I do have the extension deadline. I was just thinking, like, he's kind of an awesome guy because he was just like, yeah, totally, I can see you put in a lot of work. You don't need to, there's no reason for you to stay in there and, like, take the test 4 times in one night, you know, and he just asked me if there were any issues I had. He was perfectly willing to sit there and, like, tutor me through some of the problems, like, which is a big relief because some of those tutors are just, like, one will teach you one way and another will teach you another way, and the program is just like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. So yeah, it's my life right now. It's revolved around this single trig test. One trig test, just one. and it's been utter hell. I've completely abandoned all the homework. I have a speech that's due Monday. My topic is the ethics of human tissue ownership, which is not a light topic by any means. I have done, like, prior to this, I've done a shit ton of research, but the speech hasn't actually been written yet and stuff. So, yeah, this extension is definitely going to be helpful. This means Saturday and Sunday I'm just going to be, like, speeching it up when normally I would take, like, a week or two to write and perfect a speech. It's just not gonna happen. So, freshman year of college. It's going. I won't add any other adjectives to that except for it's going. It's definitely happening. Whether or not it's happening well, we'll see.